Hi everybody, it's me Jamie of Jamie's Hooks. So this is my March hashtag Stashdown 2023 video. So basically everything I did for the month of March is they're all amigurumi and they're all bunnies and rabbits. And so let me show you what I've made. First off I made 3 of these little bunnies like this. Let me show you all 3. All 3 of these little guys. And I made them out of a pattern that I made is called Sam the Big Bottom Bunny out of One Skein Wonders book. Let me show you. Oops, I just knocked over a bunch of stuff. Okay. And so Crochet One Skein Wonders book. I love this book. It's got a lot of really good patterns in it. Here it is. I went right to it. So it's Sam the Big Bottom Bunny. I made 3 of these. I made it with Loops and Threads Impecable yarn. And I'm not sure on the colorway because this was yarn that was lingering in my bedroom. And it didn't have a ball band on it. And it was like a tangled mess, and I don't even remember how that happened, but this yarn was just lingering in my bedroom, and it was just this one skein. I'm pretty sure that's all I was using it for. And yeah, I made 3 of these bunnies all with one skein of yarn. I think the colorway was one called Blue Moon, because I looked it up on Michael's before I came on, and but that skein was 277 yards. So like when you get the Loops and Threads solids, they're a lot more yardage than say the variegated Impeccable Loops and Threads. So I did these, and then I already owned the eyes, and some of them I used thread for the nose, or was it all black yarn? I think I used all black yarn for these. So I just used some 3-weight black yarn that I already had for the face. Tell you what, working on that face was hard. It's like trying to figure out how to do it was not easy for me for some reason. Like I spent a long time. I'm putting just a real simple face on it. And then I had some ribbon already in my stash, some cute little ribbon, and I figured I'd just be, matching and the colors and stuff. So I put that around all 3 of their necks. And then fiberfill, I already had the fiberfill in my stash, so I didn't go and buy more for that. Let's see here. And then the next one I made was this guy right here, and this is I can't remember his name. He's out of the same book. It's Bernie the Bunny, and let me show you. This is what he looks like out of this book. Now he is also made with Loops and Threads Impeccable, and this was actually, again, this was the same yarn that was lingering in my room. And what I think I remember is a while back this was on sale, like 3 or 4 years ago. And I purchased one variegated, which was this, and this is the colorway called Luxury. This is still a colorway. I found this on the Michael's website. So this is still a colorway, and the yardage on this one is 187 yards. Is that right? No, it's the other one. I'm sorry, my mistake. It is, yeah, this one's Luxury. This one's 192 yards. Okay. So this was 192 yards. I still kept the ball band from that one. And I was really playing a lot of yarn chicken with this one. I made it with a larger hook than what it called for, in the directions, and so I didn't have enough yarn. So his head is actually one row smaller, and I think his legs are also one row shorter. So, but he turned out okay. I think he turned out really good. I really love how he got this beautiful swirl pattern all through him. You know, it's like it's on his back, you know, and everything. It came out really just super cute. And I love how the ears did this natural pattern like this too. And he's got a little bit of swirl on the back of his head. He just turned out super cute. And I'm not sure about this yarn. This was also in my bedroom. And what I think I did is I bought this color. Where'd the blue bunnies go? I think I knocked them all down. No, here they are. So I bought this color bunny to go with this yarn and that same blue. So I was thinking of like, you know, kind of like an ombre kind of effect. I would go with, you know, lighter blue and then did the variegated and the darker blue on top, and whatever I was going to make, that's what it was going to be. And I don't even remember. It's so long ago. But, so he is roughly about, I mean, he definitely took up the whole skein, you know. So he's just slightly smaller than intended. If I had gone with a smaller hook size, maybe potentially, I would have had enough yarn. So anyways, I think with this one, I went with the same hook size as I made the other bunnies. And let's see. That one called for a 5mm hook. Excuse me. Yeah, and I think this one called for a 4mm hook, and I think I went with a 4.5mm hook. So I think he was slightly bigger than he should have been. But you know, he turned out beautifully. I think he just turned out so cute. I love him, and I did like a loop stitch tail on him. So I just kind of did loop stitch in the round, and its tail's kind of big. So so I didn't want to do that on the next bunny that I showed you. Okay, so this other bunny, and I just finished it, like I just like slid into home like on the 31st. Okay, so I made a second bunny. Now this one is the same as Bernie the Bunny, the same pattern, but the yarn that I used is still Loops and Threads Impeccable, but I think this yarn has been discontinued. Like this colorway has been discontinued. This colorway is called Rose Fog Variegated, and I actually had 3 skeins of this in my stash, but for this one, the yardage on this is only 187 yards, and I did drop a hook size with this one. I think I did like a 3.5 or 3.75. I don't quite remember exactly. I know I did smaller hook size, and I was hoping I was going to have enough yarn for this one, thinking that it was the same yardage as this one, you know, like the 2 different, you know, I was like, oh, well, they're the same yardage. No, they weren't. And, you know, this one had more yardage than this one, and I don't get it. You would figure it to be the same, but it wasn't. But, yeah, this Rose Variegated one was one that I had probably picked up on sale on clearance, and it was like $2 a skein when I picked it up. But she turned out super cute. I really do like her. She doesn't have quite the same kind of swirly pattern to her, but her ears kind of did the same thing. And her legs are a little stripy still, and her arms are a little stripy. But I love her tail, and I did the tail slightly different. I did do loop stitch on the tail, and I did loop stitch in the round, like in a magic circle, and that's how I did it. I did loop stitch in a magic circle and cinched it up, and it was enough. And then I cinched in the circle and everything and sewed it on her backside there. And I think she turned out really cute. I didn't want anything to be to where it would pull out, like, you know, like a pom-pom where you can pull out the little strings. I think she just turned out super cute on the tail. And I think she turned out really cute. And she does have like a little bit of a view askew. I have the hardest time sewing on body parts and limbs. So originally you sew on the limbs, but actually what I did is I crocheted them in. So as I was going around in the rounds, I crocheted in the legs and the arms and the ears, and instead of sewing them in. And you know what, it might be that's why maybe it looks a little bit different than say what it does in the book, but still I just think they're adorable. I think they turned out really good. I'm really proud of myself. So cumulatively, oh yeah, so I know I did 187. That one was 192. I mean, honestly, I think I did three skeins and a partial skein, like not even a quarter, not maybe even an eighth of a skein, because I was thinking like maybe I had enough yarn. I had to add extra yarn from another skein, and it just really wasn't enough because I only used like maybe 3 ounces, 4 ounces to finish this little part right here. As you can see, it started to change right here, but that's all that I used of the extra skein, so I don't know how many yards that would have been. But you know, she turned out really cute. I'm very happy, you know, how she turned out, and I probably put another ribbon on her neck, I don't know, but I've got a whole bunch of bunnies. So that's what I made for March. I did start another amigurumi, and I probably would have finished it, but I just really wasn't feeling it. And what it is, it's a black cat, and it's out of the same book. And I am going to finish it. I just don't know when I'm going to finish it because I just really wasn't feeling it. You know, and it's made with like a 5-weight yarn, so I'm using a 4.5 millimeter hook with that, and it's some Bernat yarn. I think is what it is. It's Bernat. It's right down here. It's at my feet. I don't remember what yarn it is. Wait, here it is. No, it's not Bernat. It's Red Heart with Love. That's what it is. No, I'm sorry, I keep saying the wrong thing. It's Red Heart Soft Essentials. That's what it is. It is definitely a lot softer than, say, that Loops and Threads Impecable. And, you know, just working with black yarn, it's a bulky 5. But, you know, I've got all the parts made, I think. I've got the legs, I've got the hind legs, I've got the tail, I've got the head and the ears. I think I already have that attached. And I just need to stitch on the nose and the mouth. And have I already done that? I don't know. I'll have to show you in April's video, but right now I'm also starting on something a little bit different aside from doing amigurumi. I am working on stuff to make with this thin yarn, and I've got a bunch of it. And I started a baby dress in March. I don't know if I'm going to finish it. I might frog it, but I came across another pattern in a book, because I started off making swimsuit cover in this one pattern, and I'm just not I'm thinking that it's not going to be a good pattern to do this with. Even though it would look beautiful, I don't think that my eyesight being so limited, that it's going to work out for me, and it's not going to be quick enough. So I decided on another mesh pattern that I found that would make it looks really pretty. It's not hard. It's real simple. I'm not having to really bring the stitches up to my face and look to see where my hook is going as much. And it's working out really, really well. And I think that is what is going to be on my hook. And I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to zip through this really quick. And probably what I'll do is I will make a whole bunch of these swimsuit covers and in this pattern. And then maybe jazz it up, maybe with some embellishments or something. I don't know. I haven't quite decided it. Or maybe just keep that stitch variation, maybe different shaping of it. I don't know, but I just want to keep it simple. It looks really, really pretty so far on my swatch. So anyway, but that was it. I only did like 3 skeins of yarn plus, and I got like 3 bunnies and 2 rabbits out of it. So I guess, or 5 bunnies, or you want to call it, potato, bunny, rabbit, it's all the same thing. Anyway, I would like to make some more of these. They were easy makes. I timed myself making these guys right here. So I haven't tallied the time yet, but I did write down every row that I made. And then the construction, this part, sewing on the head, that takes me a while. Sewing on the nose takes me a little while. And so I don't know how much time to add for that, because I didn't time myself doing that part, because it was really, really tough. Like, I don't know why this is so hard for me. If anybody can give me any tips on helping me sew on a head, you know, because I can do the limbs all day long. That's because I can just crochet those on, you know, but the head is so hard for me to attach. Anyways, thanks guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you next month on my April 2023 hashtag stash down 2023. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. All right, thanks guys, hope you have a good day. Bye.